This is how the last three ayat are structured. I'll tell you something interesting about the structure of the surah. There's a famous orientalist. She's pretty good Quranic scholar. She's non-Muslim, Angelica Norwick. She talks about the structure of surahs in the Quran. And because they look at the Quran as, let's see, how can I describe this to you? They look at the Quran as literature. They don't look at it as divinely revealed, right? And so when they analyze it and they also critique it, they critique it as literature. Because when you critique literature, you say the things you appreciate and you say the things that could have been better. So she actually argued while writing a critique of the surah. So she wrote some many beautiful insights about the surah. But being an orientalist, she wrote a critique and she said, perhaps the last verse of this surah should have been آمنا به وعليه توكلنا فستعلمون من هو في ضلال مبين. That would have been a more appropriate ending. Look, at the end of the day, He's Ar-Rahman, we believe in Him, and we have only put our trust in Him. You will know who is clearly misguided, because it's an awkward ending that the surah ended with just water will be taken away. It's kind of like this subset of an argument, so it doesn't seem like it's a good conclusion to the surah. From a literary point of view, that was her point. Interestingly enough, this conclusion is the best suited, again from a literary point of view, not even from a faith point of view, from a literary point of view, if you go back to the beginning of the surah. Allah says, تَبَارَكَ الَّذِي بِيَدِهِ الْمُلْكِ. Above and beyond expectation, and the constant, is the one who has all kingdom in his hand. A king is known by his castle, or his throne. And his throne rests upon water. عَرْشُهُ عَلَى الْمَاءِ. And by the end of it, if the king doesn't give you from his kingdom, what does he not give you? Water. Where are you going to get it from? The only place you get water from is the king, is the one who has al-mulk, you know. His arsh rests upon water. So it's actually, and by the way, water throughout the Quran is one of the most dominant expressions of Allah's kingdom. That's why nahnu is used most commonly with water. Anzalna alayhi al-ma. It'll be, the rest of the ayah will be singular, and all of a sudden the royal we will get used when water is talked about. He'll switch over to it, right? So it's actually, it begins with Allah's divine majesty, and the surah concludes also with Allah's divine majesty.